Make sure that we're probably going to have this split into 2 videos
doing
now
very
just because of the internet
sophisticated
problem.
production activities right now.
As Tony Eason scrambles for his life, gets first down. A lot of recommended NXT videos and Mandy Moore music videos, so you can tell that it's Paul's login.
Oh my goodness. What a selection.
How was Bublé?
Don't know.
Still no?
Don't want to know. Nope.
I think we know.
We're on our way back from Bublé right now.
I think we know. He awkwardly sang Frosty the Snowman and everyone booed. That's what he does. Frosty the Snowman, shut up! Boo! Your name rhymes. Your name starts with boob. Show us
Are
boob.
you saying boo or Bublé?
Oh
intercepted.
no, Tony Eason. Dolphins defense hasn't been great this year.
You know, Brian's hurt now?
He was hurt last week.
When the hell did this happen?
Darren.
They don't tell me anything.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying now because the Laugh Network, which is one of my staples in my, antenna cable house.
Those who
love
have
the Laugh
cut
Network.
cord love the Laugh Network.
Home Improvement is on replay all the time in the
wonderful.
evening, and Darren is Brad's, sadistic friend,
Yeah.
the guy who's cheating on tests and giving him all this, throwing parties. Jason, I think his name is.
Insincere and nice to the family.
Always telling Tim that he watches watches Tool Time and is going to get a miter saw, and Tim is obviously boorishly agreeing to all these things.
Yeah.
Well, the one where they got the security system was on last night, and I loved it. What channel is that? Oh yeah, that's like they got like older sitcoms and stuff. Yeah. But that's more like they got the Jeffersons on there. They got I'm trying to think, Sanford and Son. Yeah. A couple of those that they got in there. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Oh dear.
So it's a little bit older.
Clayton. Marino's had a quiet half.
Yeah. Darren's our friend. Clayton. F you, fake Wayne.
That's a hilarious movie.
I love that movie. If you can name that movie, you get a free 10% discount off of, nothing. Oh.
EBP.
Uh-oh. I'm pixelated. We're toast.
Where the hell? What's going on now? Who is this?
Paul's doing something.
Where are the cameras?
Where are the cameras? Stoyanovich with the kick to Mathis. Paul's bringing the chat in. We've got to make sure we chat with no one.
The chat's very
For
important.
the last 5 minutes of this game.
We were pixelated, now we're back.
We're bank. Eason looking. Tune. Firing. First down.
Love to watch Toon. So graceful.
Yeah, super graceful.
He's
He
a
is started.
marvelous
He is
athlete.
started by none other than Jason Polk.
And there goes more. Oh, sorry, Eason. Whoa.
Tim McKyer.
A little bowling ball bounced off the bottom of the screen, came back in for the tackle. Wonderful.
Hold strong, Em.
Where would you rather be than somewhere else watching us?
Lost in
He hasn't not fumbled yet.
internet.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Hey, God. Ow. Ow. Tackle to the 10. Marino, the next play. Down to the one. He's a touchdown. That's another Andy touchdown. Just making him charge here.
That's 3.
Yep.
That's almost Eric Martin.
If he can't
Almost.
win fantasy, Adam's going to win the participation award at least.
That's right.
That's true. He's
I think
our
that's
by
a
far our
trophy
most,
that's twice as big.
He's been by far our most
Where's the draft board?
frequent chatter.
Draft board somewhere. It's probably at Paul's house. Framed.
No, I don't need it. I just was wondering if we could give it away as a prize. Very nice.
Not until we get a print vendor. We need to use that as an example.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We could always flip it backwards. Sell the back.
Sell the back.
Good. Good. Is it filled out or is it blank?
It's blank.
Okay, good. We could fill it out another time. It's always going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills failure match.
That was a Rob Moore catch, by the way.
You don't want to waste. You don't want to waste production in a week.
Another
that you're
Rob
not
Moore.
gonna Win. Whoa!
Incomplete.
That would have been huge.
Just driving and
Would have gotten him right back in this game. Right now,
No.
No?
This game is
You
over.
You think
I'm
it's out of
happy
hand?
that I didn't start
Wednesday
Michael
night
Irvin.
football.
Hey, there it is.
Jump 3 for more?
Oh, dear.
Nope. Almost.
I'm happy I didn't start Michael Irvin and that he had a bad game. He's a bum. I don't like Michael Irvin in this game. He stinks.
Okay.
I don't like him. I want
Stinks?
to cut him.
Do you wanna
I
give him to
like
me?
All my receivers better than him.
Give
He's
me
my
Michael
least
Irvin.
favorite receiver on my team, and I have like 6 receivers.
Well, you sound like you're really attached to him, so the
I
price
have an
must be
idea.
pretty high.
Yeah, I have an idea. Why don't we trade Michael Irvin for one of the players that I don't like? I don't know. I have plenty to hate on my team. Rob Thomas is coming to mind. I did hear from him today. I texted him to make sure that he was going to make his lineup changes.
He took
So-
out Moon, and he put in...
He took out Moon,
Somebody
and he
else.
signed. No, he started. What's his name? Elway today,
Ugh.
and then he took out Icky Woods, started Reggie Cobb, and then he signed Rick Fenny and cut Mark Boyer. Thank God. And then he rolled
What a
with,
pathetic
and then
transaction.
he rolled with Tony Zendejas on bye instead of signing a new kicker, which I respect because he had enough guys at other positions. The Rick Fenny thing he had to do for well, no, he didn't. He could have just gone with 0, and that would have been fine. But, yeah, so I did hear from him today.
Oh, dear. Another Marino. Just don't go to Page.
Clayton, incomplete.
Phew.
Should have gone to Edmonds. Edmonds is the best player in the world.
Farrell. He sires other NFL players. He's so good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, not Sammy. No, good. Thank you. Okay.
4th and 4.
Give it to Stoyo.
What do you think? Did the Jets score?
Adam, you're asking if I've heard from Dave at all. Have you heard from him at all? Yeah, the first I had heard from him was this week only when I text him. So I'm not sure. It's tough to know from this end of things outside of a chat or any sort of communication how into this people are. But this being just a test, I'm not really, much love to all of you, but I really don't care
Well,
whether you're into it or not. I'm just interested if we can get this thing pulled off.
The
or not.
nature of fantasy leagues is everybody kind of loses steam as it goes. The
Of
draft is
course.
always very exciting.
Draft is
but
it.
What keeps you interested is having money invested and knowing
Yeah.
that
Having money invested is a big thing.
we do this
Yeah.
for money, and then people are interested week after week after
Yeah.
week.
Certainly.
And right now, all that's really on the line is the draft board and pride.
Oh, he's had bronchitis. Oh, I didn't know that. So, really, no one's heard from Dave then.
Oh,
Anyway.
snap.
Oh, that's tough to hear.
It
And
literally is.
Freeman is coughing it up, and ball goes back
Could
to.
we not let
How
the
about a
Dolphins
Marino to
score
Page?
again?
Marino to Page, right here. Nope, they gave it to Sammy. Nope, they're going for it. Ah, go on, Page! Give it to Page! Oh, it's Clayton. Oh, they missed.
I am on pins and needles now. I'm nervous now.
Well, it's
I got nothing from quarterback.
nothing at
That's
all.
massive.
Yeah.
A 50-point
And there's Page around the
receiver-
left side.
A 50-point
Made a couple miss?
receiver is not bigger than no.
Oh, that was big.
That is big.
was big.
If the margin of victory is 1.5 or smaller, that was big.
Potentially. Eason, still trying to do something in this game for some reason. He missed him by a mile.
I wonder if I got more than half of my weekly output
From-
in one game.
I think you did.
Ryzen had a touchdown, too.
Yeah, I think you certainly did.
That is pathetic.
A2.
Whoa!
Whoa! Diving pick by McKyer, his second, third for
That was
Eason.
amazing. Hey, I have the Dolphins D.
More chance. Oh, that's good for you. Yeah, more chance for you. Yeah, having Dolphins D is big for you today.
That's nice.
They've had a couple sacks. That'll help offset what Marino and Page have done.
Unless they.
Marino
do it
hasn't
again
done
right
that
here.
much actually.
Edmonds. Ugh.
I like to see him.
Marino
I
has-
like to see him pumping it in there.
Marino has a touchdown.
And Clayton. Oh,
And
comes
there's
back
two.
for it. The old sideline throw. There's a second one.
He's a sidler. That's 4 touchdowns this game for Andy's guys.
One passing though. It's worthless. It's wrinkled. It's like a wrinkled dollar.
2 passing.
2. Oh, one to Page.
Did he throw one? I thought he threw one to
Page?
Clayton earlier.
No, he ran one in, and he. Gave,
Oh, he ran one in.
And
Okay,
Page
never
got
mind.
one.
Yeah, Page ran 2 in.
Page ran 2 in,
Mhm.
and Clayton has 1.
Gotcha.
Eric Martin with 4 touchdowns.
Oh,
Silly
boy.
day.
Oh, boy.
All right. Eason, under center For some
They have
reason,
done
still trotting it out
nothing
there.
with Blair Thomas.
Jets stink. They
Good reason.
suck.
He's great. 8 seconds to go in the week. How much magic is there in Tony Eason?
They hand off the give up play to Blair.
And a fumble.
And he gets a first down, and the game is over.
I thought he might be
Mercilessly,
hurt.
this one's come to a close. Hey, since we got a little bit extra time on the broadcast this week, let's take a look at the leaders after 5 weeks. Give people a little preview of what we're looking
Look at the Eason game.
Duper was big. Eason was awful. Blair Thomas had 76 yards somewhere in there. Yeah, don't remember when that happened. Tony
Eason
Page had 80.
Oh, my God. Eason had -4.
Take a look at the schedule. Well, first, Paul, give us a save state if you would. And we'll take a look quick at the rankings and make sure that we can also take a look at the schedule and all that good stuff.
Preview next week. What do we got?
Take a look at the schedule. A little preview for next week.
Cincy and Seattle. Well, that's enough to make you think.
What's a big one?
Yeah, we're missing the NFC West next week, so
Oh, Houston,
Niners get
Denver.
to give Montana another week to heal up.
Chiefs, that'll be a good one.
Bills Chiefs is an interesting game.
Redskins.
Houston makes Denver watchable.
Giants.
Denver's a team I hate watching more than anyone.
Giants, Cardinals.
Oh dear.
That one is going to be
Raiders,
a
San
mess.
Diego. Ugh.
Chargers, okay.
Miami, New England. Miami catching the soft part of the schedule now. Philly and Tampa. Jets, Cleveland. Yikes. Detroit, Minnesota. Let's take a look at the leaders. This is going to start skewing things a little bit because of the
buys.
buys. But, yeah, take a look at Sims. He's got 6 incompletions on the year. His rating's almost to 300. Wow.
Yards.
Yeah, QB Bills passed Moon on the bye, but only by 30 yards.
Sims, too.
Yeah, that's
Only-
impressive.
Only by but the
Impressive for Moon.
the fact Moon is third after missing an extra game after all these
Culver at
guys.
4, even though he got a bad game. But yeah, so QB.
Stupid. How about
me to
that?
pick any other
No, that's fine. Receiving, take a look. We all know Reed's going to lead. Hester is second in catches, Andy. Wake
Hest.
up. Kest, he's got 11 touchdowns.
Yards, Reed with 657. The next most is 440. So he has
Unbelievable.
200
Martin
yards.
vaulted into 4th after this week.
Yeah.
Ingram, too, with the big.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Hester is up there.
Hester's
too, number
8th.
Yeah.
Andy, what are you waiting on? Irving Fry. Stop trying to make Irving Fryer a thing, okay?
TD's 11.
And now
Next
Eric
most
Martin.
is 7.
Mhm.
And then 6.
Now
Yeah,
Martin.
Martin up to 7 or 6 already.
Yeah, crazy.
Jeffrey's still at 6, even on the bye. Baker and
Yep.
Ingram.
Willie got to 4.
Rushing.
And let's take a look at rushing. It's still Bo, 595, so he's a shade under the 2,000 pace.
And in
Bo
second-
Marcus.
Barry with 10 rushing touchdowns.
Herman Berry. Who is that?
When the heck did that happen?
Oh, Otis
This week.
How many did he have this week?
2 or 3, right?
Oh,
3, I
okay.
think.
And then he had 3 last week.
Wow.
He's
He's
gotta be
moving
leading,
right along,
Otis
yeah.
moves into second.
Biner with
Biner
7.
up there,
And he
Allen.
has like 3 receiving, too.
Allen and Bo both having awesome
Kurt Warner
years.
with 6, getting the Hawks there.
Tom's
Wow.
only with 5, but I think he's got 2 receiving.
He does have 2 receiving.
Yeah, I can't.
All right,
Allen
very good.
and Bo are
Rathman.
equally having great years.
Rathman hanging in there.
You want to say anything else?
Let's take a look at overall scoring. It's going to be Reed, but I'm wondering what running backs are close. Sanders at 10 and Biner with 10, so he has 3 receiving.
Oh, that's big.
And, yeah, very big.
Otis,
Okay, and then
Marcus,
we can swing back. Let's take a look at the defensive leaders for a second. Punting is not worth looking at in any way.
We don't know that.
Browner is easily your leader.
5.
Robert Massey, Martin Mayhew, Bayless, Kevin Ross.
Old Bobby Massey.
And then you're into the 2s. Okay. And then sacks, let's see where people sit. Long with nothing, White with nothing. Charles Mann with a nice week. Jeff Herod, Bruce,
Bruce had 1 then, right? He had 6.
LT, yeah, LT up with 6, Townsend. And then, yeah, the middle linebackers that get reap
I
the
did see
benefits of the
Adam's last
blitz.
Comment, who said watching the Jets was exciting?
Yeah,
Who
Alex did for some reason. All right. And
Oh, that was terrible.
no, that's it. That's enough to look at. Let's take a look at the standings before we go.
Yeah, we haven't done that.
And then we can do team rankings, too.
Yeah, take a
We
look
wanna
at what
go
everyone's doing.
Division by division?
Yeah, let's take a look at the East. Bills just murdering people, but the Dolphins are right there, only losing to the Bills.
173.
Indy behind the arm
The
of Trudeau.
entire team, the
Wow,
entire
with a
division
winning
over
division.
500.
Somehow the Jets with a 20-point
3-2 and they're
differential.
dead last.
Look at
173 for the Bills, points for, and points against 68.
yeah, that's quite a margin.
Patriots, I can't believe they're 3-2. They have more points against than points for.
Jets too.
It's been 5 weeks. The Bills have outscored their opponents by 105.
Yeah.
More than 20 a week.
20 a week.
AFC
a
Central,
lot.
which was on bye, Houston.
Houston with their only loss to New England. And then you've got the Browns at 0-4 where they belong.
Wow.
Giving up 80 more points than they've scored. That is a
And
terrible
what?
offense. Holy cow.
Chiefs?
Chiefs are right there. Raiders,
Raiders have 2 losses. Who else did they lose? Did they lose this week?
they lost to the Niners this week. Yeah,
That's it.
Niners beat them.
A lot of points for
Damn,
the
Chiefs
Raiders.
4-1.
Seahawks are terrible.
I thought the Chargers.
Denver
were-
Great point
So
differential
boring.
for the Chargers. My
Five.
God. Seahawks, come on.
Seahawks are awful.
Terrible.
Over 100 more against.
NFC East. Giants undefeated. and
Cardinals.
the Redskins. I didn't know they were
Cardinals are bad.
28 points for.
And they have 2 offensive touchdowns scored, so they must have scored on 2 fumbles
When did the Giants play the Redskins?
or kick returns. Giants play the Redskins.
It's gonna be
Oh, yeah, that'll be coming up soon.
Yeah, that'll be
Redskins
tough.
5-0. That is
didn't realize,
uncharacteristic. Dallas with a winning record despite a negative point differential.
And,
Eagles
Philly,
haven't
a little
scored.
disappointing.
QB Eagles hasn't been his normal self. Let's see what the Central looks like. This division always confounds me. Yeah, the Vikings are the best team in it somehow.
Bucks.
Look at that. They've scored 79 and given up 59. That is atrocious.
5 games.
That's so terrible. The Bears are 1-4. The Bucks over. Oh, this division. Vikings are going to seal this up by Thanksgiving. All right, and then let's take a look. Niners are not great this
No,
year.
right.
They haven't been good. The Rams are
They
leading
keep
the division.
running the damn ball.
It's
And the
stupid.
Falcons, whoa.
Falcons are woeful.
Oh, my God.
Over 100 more against
163 points allowed.
5 weeks.
Most of those were to the Saints.
They're giving up 30 a week. 32 a week. Yowza.
They had that. They got crushed by the Vikings in one game. I think Miller had 5 picks.
Oh, terrible. Yeah, 3 of them to Browner. Wow, well, that's it for us, guys.
Way to
Thanks
go
so
to
much.
team rankings
Oh,
real quick.
that's not it for us, guys. I don't know why they even pay me.
What do we look for?
Just everything. Look at the
offense first.
offensive rankings. Giants have the best overall offense in the league.
Surprising, yeah. More than
Bills, Raiders, Niners, Dolphins, Lions at 6, Chargers at 7. I hate the Chargers so much.
The Oilers still number 3 passing offense despite
Yeah,
not playing a week.
yeah, that's
Bills,
easy to see.
Chargers up there. Yeah, but Chargers pass offense. Is what that was.
Yeah, and then you got the Raiders running with 340 more yards than anyone else.
That does not seem like a surprise.
Jets are the 4th best rushing team. I think that's a little surprising.
They run all day.
Constantly. Vikings with the best defense makes sense. They've only given up 50 points on the year. All the teams with the buys will
Best
probably
pass
be
defense,
leading
the
these.
How
Patriots.
about that?
Yeah. And they played the Oilers, too. In this one.
They shut down the
Best
Oilers.
rush defense, the Chiefs.
Let's take a look at the worsts. Those are much more fun to look at. If you want to just go down, just go down.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Dolphins are terrible at giving up the run, and the Seahawks right where you want them. Look at those defenses. 1,500
list.
yards in 5 weeks. This is Tecmo. They're giving up 300 a game in games that last 15 minutes.
Pass defense, Raiders. Huh?
Well, they
They gave up the
played
huge
Moon
game to
week
Moon
one.
in
Yep.
week 1. Yeah,
Yeah, we're still early enough in the year that single games.
that'll affect.
QBs.
Yeah.
Dolphins, Colts.
Who's the best defense that hasn't had a bye? Go up to the top. So the Vikings, the Bengals have a bye. So it's the Vikings, the Patriots, the Bills, the Cardinals, the Redskins are the top 5. Steelers had a bye, so they don't count.
Let's take a look. We didn't take a look at the worst offenses.
Oh, that is fun to see. There they are. Oh, this
Cardinals
was
have
one of my
won 5
favorite
games.
things to look at. Go back a second.
Man, Patriots are somehow 3-2 with that.
No idea how. Go back a second, and I want you to look at quarterback individual rankings, the team NFL leaders. One of the cooler thing, I love this. Go to passing for the NFL, and then go to the right and pick interception percentage, lowest interception percentage. So QB Bills is leading, then DeBerg, Sims, Eagles, Tolliver is up to 3.3. Go to the bottom. Look at Brister.
A quarter of
One-
his passes.
A quarter of his passes get picked off at this point.
Holy crap!
Oh,
The rest
it's
of these guys
marvelous.
are horribly
Everett's
bad, but-
number is way too high for how good he's supposed to be.
He hasn't been playing well this year.
That's up there with the Nathan Peterman numbers. But Brister at 24.3%
That is
of his passes.
unbelievable.
That's incredible. We would be talking about Miller if it weren't for Brister, the outlier, because he's at 18.8. One of the fine points of this game are the extensive statistics that are kept.
Worst pass offense, Raiders. And
Steelers, of course. Raiders are terrible.
Krister numbers. Worst rush offense, Browns, Oilers.
Cardinals,
Yeah, Johnny
Bucks.
Johnson's been kind of disappointing.
You cannot tell by any sheer numbers how bad the Cardinals have been.
Gosh, they are awful.
They are by a mile my least favorite team.
Go to total again. Where are they in total? They have to be last. They're second last. The Steelers had a bye.
Have Bubby and had a bye.
The Steelers have Bubby and a bye, and they're surrounded by two teams that had a bye. The Browns had a bye, and they've got them by 115 yards.
Oh, God.
They are awful. Awful, awful, awful.
Oh, and their points scored for the year are half of the second worst team.
Patriots are
It's like 28 for the Cardinals, 50-something for everybody else.
Yeah. That's terrible.
What's the team data?
Team data is where you get the stats from.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
So you can take in the full
All right,
statistics.
let's wrap it
Well,
up.
appreciate it, everybody.
Yeah,
We're going to
this is
catch you
fun.
next week. We'll get the stats logged and uploaded, and we'll kick that out to you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Peace.